Hey, welcome to Zach's Tech Turf and weekly download episode number 128. On today's episode, I'm going to be playing some Ashen because I don't have enough time to record enough Apex Legends kills because it takes me a long time to do that. I got my cup of coffee right here. Make sure you guys let me know in the comment section what you're sipping on. Let's get into it. To kick off this juicy set of tech news we have for the week, more and more GTX 1660 Ti rumors are floating around, and this time videocards.com is showing off the actual GPU die for this new graphics card that we're all waiting for. As of right now, the rumor mill is suggesting that these cards will launch later next week at an MSRP of $279, so if that's even remotely close to being true, we should get a lot of action this weekend going into the next week. Another bit of interesting news is that videocards.com is also reporting that there will be a 3GB version, which will definitely make you budget gamers happy if you're thinking about building a new PC here soon. Either way, you can definitely expect that I'll get my hands on one of these cards eventually, so please stay tuned for that. Next up, I wanted to quickly touch up on the Radeon 7 graphics card again, as it's nearly a week since its official release, and I'm assuming you guys already saw this, but yeah, it's pretty difficult to actually buy one of these cards like we all thought it would be. Right now, the Radeon 7s are honestly nowhere to be found. They sold out within minutes of launching, and I think it's safe to say that AMD either lied about how they'll be making enough cards to meet gamers' demands, or their numbers guys should really be fired. Switching over to what is actually available with AMD, that's their new mobile line of Ryzen 3000 series CPUs, and the first laptop that's on sale with them is the Asus TUF Gaming Series notebook. Earlier this week, we learned at CES that the 3000 series CPUs were coming very soon, and now you can get your hands on one of these much more efficient and more powerful laptops directly from Asus if you're interested in that. And finally, to wrap up the tech news for the week, I'm sure by now that most of you have already seen this crazy Vox Media attempt at removing every YouTuber's videos that made fun of their super controversial PC building guide video a few months ago. Vox Media is the parent company of The Verge, and it seems like they are abusing the YouTube copyright strike system, and everyone's videos are getting demonetized unjustly. If you didn't already know, when a YouTube video gets copyright striked, YouTube takes on the guilty until proven innocent approach, so it's really hard for creators to get themselves out of that hole. I think I've seen in the past few hours that some YouTubers are actually winning their claims, but we shall wait and see what happens next with all of this. Getting into the PC gaming news for the week, we have some more Apex Legends news, as this new hit game passed over 25 million players in a single week, which is just absolutely insane. I'm sure by the time you're watching this video that number has jumped way higher, but so far this game is looking like it won't slow down anytime soon, and I'm personally kinda into it. Make sure you check out my Apex Legends benchmarks with budget graphics card video, by the way, but yeah, I actually caught myself playing a quick game after that video, so that's definitely a good sign because I play like 1 hour of PC gaming a week at most. Moving on to the Apex competitor, Fortnite. Yeah, remember that one? Well, the guys over at Fortnite are honestly probably freaking out right now, so they just declared this week that the Season 8 Battle Pass will be free if you can complete the 13 challenges that it comes with. Yeah, that's honestly pretty crazy, and it just goes to show that Epic is 100% doing what they can to win back their players, and guys, I'm not jumping to conclusions early, but this honestly might just be the start of the downhill roll for Fortnite. Getting into some PC games that I actually care about though, Activision announced this week that although Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is currently a success for their company, they are indeed planning on bringing a campaign to their next Call of Duty game. As you probably know, Black Ops 4 completely eliminated all single player campaign activities from this game, and it's purely multiplayer, and I think a lot of people were actually upset about that. I personally only buy these games for the multiplayer, but I do indeed want this franchise to thrive because I enjoy their games. Speaking of Activision though, Activision Blizzard unfortunately announced this week that around 800 employees were laid off, and as you can imagine, that's a pretty big deal and quite a sad story. Blizzard is honestly in such a rut right now, which all kind of started with that Diablo Immortal announcement disaster, and I do sincerely hope that they bounce back soon. Sticking with the sad news theme though, the free-to-play first-person shooter Blacklight Retribution announced that the game servers are shutting down for good next month. Blacklight Retribution launched all the way back in 2012, and believe it or not, I was actually playing the game back then, and I really enjoyed it. It was a super fast-paced online first-person shooter with a crap ton of weapon customization, so it's sad to see that things didn't work out for them either. And finally, to wrap up this week with honestly probably my favorite news of the week, the Microsoft Solitaire collection is adding a leveling system to the game. Yeah, this is the Solitaire that comes free with Windows 10. Apparently it's getting some leveling / RPG features, and I'm assuming we'll be able to unlock some card backs or something, and that seriously sounds pretty baller. Solitaire has been on our Windows computers for decades now, and I think it's pretty funny that it's just now getting an update. Maybe I should film some games for weekly download, or maybe not. Well, that wraps up weekly download episode number 128. Now feel free to head on over to one of these two videos if you haven't seen them yet, and definitely hit that subscribe button because next week we have a lot of benchmarking to do. You don't want to miss those videos.